Without you even realizing, you could be unapproachable to work friends, other staff members, your boss, and also to relationship potentials, or maybe just everyone together. Now, an advantage to this would be, well, you can easily fend off threats if you happen to be walking around at night in a strange area. But really, apart from that, there are no other advantages. So if you find yourself missing out on a whole load of relationships and opportunities, well, this video is for you. So here are the things that make you unapproachable and what you can do to change it. This one applies if you are wondering why people don't approach you out in public, and that's because you genuinely look busy. You are staring down at your phone or you have your headphones in, and this basically says, do not approach me, I'm busy absorbing through my eyes or my ears. Your nervousness shows. When someone around us is nervous, we cannot help but take on those nervous traits. Therefore, if you are nervous, you make others around you feel uncomfortable with your own nervousness. And let's face it, no one wants to bother you if it looks like you are having an anxiety crisis. You do not engage in proper conversations. Yes, it could be that people don't want to approach you based on how you interact with them. If you are the type of person that just talks about yourself, does not actually ask questions to the other person, or maybe just doesn't really talk at all, then you come across as very unapproachable because, well, there's no gain in a conversation with you. Profuse apologizing. Whoa, I'm sorry. Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me just pick that up. I'm so sorry. Gosh, I'm really sorry. Kind of annoying, isn't it? But you see where I'm getting at with this. If you are the type of person that's very twitchy and on edge and constantly apologising for things, it shows that you are not confident, you are slightly weak and low value, therefore people are not going to approach you. You try too hard. Now, if this is you come across fake as you try to impress others with your clothing and your style, and people just think, you know what, there is no point even talking to that person because they are just busy being them. They don't want anyone else in their life. You look intimidating. This could be maybe you are very muscly, or the way that you talk to people when you're with a group of friends. You could come across quite rude and arrogant. But don't worry, we're going to go over how you can change this towards the end of the video. You have closed body language. Crossed arms or hands in your pockets like this and looking around shows that you are not willing to open up with someone. Therefore, a potential date is not going to walk up to you and say hi to you if you look really like this, unapproachable, stressed and possibly bored. You could be missing out on the vital thing, and that is you do not engage in eye contact. Sometimes when we look at people, providing it's not a stranger, we are letting them know that we are interested in them, and we have to say, look, I'm interested in you because I've looked at you more than, say, 2 or 3 times. Because as soon as we glance at a stranger, we think, oh my gosh, this is embarrassing, and then we look down at our feet or our phone. So you have to maintain eye contact with people so that they think, oh, this person does want to approach me. Now, we know this works because remember back at school, if a teacher asked a question to the whole class, you know that if you don't engage eye contact with the teacher, they won't pick you out. You do not smile. If you do not smile, then you appear cold, uninviting, and just completely not friendly. Another reason people find you unapproachable is because you are very attractive. In the world of psychology, when we see someone attractive, we also assume that they have amazing power, they are super rich, they are strong and well-minded, and they have a whole heap of other amazing things about them. Therefore, we can feel very intimidated towards attractive people because we feel as if that attractive face is highlighting every single flaw on our own. And one major problem is that jealous people are less likely to interact with you. Okay, so to combat everything that we've talked about in this video, to make sure you are approachable, I want you to think of 2 famous Ryans. We have Ryan Reynolds and Ryan Gosling. Now, both of these men are utterly handsome, but we don't think they are monsters, we don't think they are arrogant, arrogant or rude. And why is that? Well, it's because of how they engage with people in person and also online. You have to be willing to overcompensate a little bit so people find you approachable. Because let's face it, you could be this really muscly person and you think, well, why should I have to go out of my way to engage with people? Well, like we said, sometimes if you are very muscly, you can appear quite rude and aggressive. Therefore, you have to overcompensate. Have open body language. So don't do this and don't have a ridiculous power pose. Just make sure the chest area is open. You have to be willing to lock eyes with people. And also, take a look. They're always smiling. Now, this smile shows you're inviting and you are friendly. Because no one wants to have that resting bee face now, do they? Because we know it appears quite arrogant. And the last thing you can do to combat unapproachable nature is to be self-deprecating. So let's pretend you've met someone. It could be a friend, a colleague, or even a potential date. You've bagged them in with our open body language, being kind, smiling, looking at them a lot, and asking them questions so they feel you care. Now is the time to drop some self-deprecating humor. Remember, if people are threatened by you being successful and confident, sometimes adding in that kind of make-believe fun about yourself really helps people relax and go, oh, this person is not as uptight as I imagine them to be. Did you have a strict teacher who made you feel that you were always on eggshells in the class? Let me know down in the comments. Mine was my history teacher. Until the next video, give us a huge thumbs up and subscribe to the channel, and I will see you very soon. All the best. Bye-bye.